Guys, I have a really quick, easy to implement tactic that I want to recommend to you guys inside of your follow-up. Again, you are kind of in the spot where a lead is coming in the door and you're doing everything that you can to get them on the phone, get them booked, and then get them ultimately in the practice as a new patient. You'd be amazed how many practices do not do what I'm going to walk you through. Okay, a very, very basic recommendation. If you are not already doing this, when you are calling, please leave a voicemail. If you do not leave a voicemail, again, people are not answering your phone call because they don't recognize the number, because they think you are a scammer, or they're tired of salespeople calling them. Okay, if you do not leave a voicemail, when they see your number, they think that is who you are. Okay, so above and beyond anything else, please leave a voicemail. Yes, it does require just a tiny bit more effort, but I promise it will pay amazing dividends in terms of the number of new patients that you can get just by employing this. Okay, so having said that, I want to provide just 4 quick, easy tips that you can include in your voicemail to make sure that your voicemail is not just another rote, flat, monotone, hey, we're just calling because of blah, 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 right? To make sure that we are actually establishing rapport, that they actually feel some warmth and some welcoming emotion in your voicemail. Because again, if you are calling up this lead, they likely have never met you, have never come into your practice, they don't know anyone in your practice, they're not coming from a referral from a friend or family member. So even inside of something as simple as a voicemail, we want to start establishing that relationship. We want them to start feeling like we actually care about them as a person, that we can actually provide the help that they are looking for. Okay. Again, with all this, I'm going to assume that you really do care about them, but we want to make very, very certain that inside of our voicemail that really comes across strong. Okay. So leaving a voicemail is the number 1 tip, but I'm going to provide you just 4 simple things you can include in your voicemail. So these are the A, B, C, and D of leaving a very effective voicemail. A is to acknowledge that person. When you are calling, again, you are calling a person, not a patient, you are calling a person. So it's very, very easy to do. Call them out by name in the very beginning of your voicemail. Again, if you're doing an automated voicemail, you obviously cannot do this, and I don't want you to be doing an automated voicemail. This needs to be manual. They need to have their name mentioned. Again, so they feel important. So they feel like, hey, I'm actually potentially doing business with a person, not with a company. So acknowledge them. B is to be sincere. I'm assuming that when you are calling up each one of these prospective patients that you really do care about them. But we need to make very, very certain that inside of our voicemail, the tonality of our voice and the words that we say help communicate that we really do care about that person. It can be very easy as you are calling down a list of leads every single day to get stuck in a monotone, flat voice. And if we are leaving voicemails like that, again, that's kind of the starting of that relationship that people are going to be experiencing. They will not feel like you really care about them as a person. So be sincere. C is to provide context. Again, this is very, very simple, but if you are calling out these people and you're leaving a voicemail, if I'm just saying, hey, this is Dr. Atkinson with Atkinson Dentistry, they're going to feel like, I don't know who this is, and I don't know why they're calling me. Like, I'm not interested in Atkinson Dentistry, right? Even though they will have responded, to your ad or to wherever it is that they found you, they did take action. They did provide their name, their phone number, and their email to you. Okay. But we need to remind them of that context. So it can be just as simple as saying, hey, we're actually just calling because a couple days ago you had responded to an ad of ours on Facebook with interest in coming in for a consultation for a dental implant. Please provide them that context. And then finally, D is to don't ever give up. Okay, it can be very, very easy for us to give up when we are calling and texting and emailing and doing all this type of stuff to follow up and get a hold of these leads. Okay, but we know that the fortune is found in the follow-up. If you are calling each lead once or twice or even like 3 times and then throwing in the towel, you will get very, very minimal results. And it's not because these leads are avoiding you. It's because they are living their normal, busy lives. So sometimes we have to change up the time that we call. or the number that we are calling from, or the voicemail that we leave, or whether it's a call or a text, or even a direct mail card, right? We need to change up those things, but do not give up. The fortune is found in the consistent follow-up. Sometimes it may take 10 or 15 or maybe even 20 touch points, 20 attempts where we are reaching out to them to finally get a hold of them, but do not give up. So just to recap those four, the A, B, C, and D of a very effective voicemail is A, to acknowledge them, call them out by name. B, to be sincere. That sincerity comes from the words that we use and the tonality in which we use them. C is to provide context to them. And then finally, D is to don't ever give up. Just a really quick example here I'll give you. I'm calling and the prospective patient is Ashley. She doesn't answer. Hi, Ashley. This is Dr. Atkinson with Atkinson Dentistry. I'm actually just calling because it looks like a couple days ago you had responded to a Facebook ad of ours with interest in coming in for a consultation for a dental implant. We're just calling because we wanted to see if we could be able to get you on the schedule for that free consultation. We're excited to be able to meet you and bring you into the office and see if we might be able to provide you some great options for a possible dental implant. Again, this is Dr. Atkinson. We'd love to see you here soon. Thank you so much. Please feel free to give us a call back at this number and we can get you on the schedule. Thanks so much. Okay, very, very simple. A, B, C, D. Acknowledge, be sincere, provide context, and don't give up. Thank you guys so much. Try this out. Let me know how it goes. I'll see you guys in the next one.